Welcome to Module 8. In this module, we'll discuss preparing for career fairs, including finding companies coming for math and statistics, and how to approach other companies of interest. Our general fall and spring career fairs are open to all students. The dates are listed on Handshake, as well as companies attending. Companies look for both co-op and full-time students at these events. Search the attending companies on Handshake to find those targeting your major, as well as others you'd like to talk with about potential opportunities. Our office offers prep workshops on a variety of topics, many presented by company representatives, that can help you prepare. Our career fairs website has good advice and tips from other students on having a successful career fair experience. Sign up for an employer mock interview to get feedback from hiring companies on your interviewing skills. Prepare your micro pitch, or what you'll be using to introduce yourself to company reps at the fair. This should include information about your education, skills, and qualifications, as well as something that sets you apart. Be sure your resume has been reviewed by our office. You can email me or come to one of the many resume review sessions we'll hold throughout campus prior to the fair. Get a suit, as you'll want to make the best first impression possible. Here are some career fair tips. Research companies of interest prior to the fair so that you can talk about why you're interested in them and where you see yourself fitting in. Apply online to company websites before the fair. Some companies require this before they can consider your application, so if you let them know you've already done this, you're further ahead. Bring many copies of your resume to the fair for the companies you've targeted and for any others that you happen to talk with. Bring copies of your unofficial transcript as well, as some companies may want to see them. Bring your student ID card to swipe to enter the fair. Get the Career Fair Plus app for your device, which has the fair map and company information and updates throughout the day. After you swipe in, take a few minutes to map out your route and see where your targeted companies are. Have a top 10 group, or companies that you must see before you leave. Then have other groups in case there's a line, or if you have extra time. If there is a line at a company, visit another company. Some small companies may have great opportunities. Prepare a micro pitch or elevator pitch, which articulates who you are and what you have to offer quickly, while leaving a positive impression and creating interest in you as a candidate. You'll use this for any networking event and at all career fairs, including National Labs Day. Include your name and degree, a brief summary of your related work experience, an outline of the technical skills you've developed, and any other activities demonstrating leadership, teamwork, communication, and service. Also include your specific interest in the company demonstrated by your research. Practice your micro-pitch so you can deliver it in a warm, confident tone and clear voice. Remember, career fairs are loud and you want the reps to be able to hear you. To find companies coming to the fair for your major, log into Handshake. In the Fair section, you'll see the upcoming career fair. Click on the fair and you'll see all registered companies. Click Advanced Search and select the job type, co-op or full-time, and your major. Use the resulting list to choose your targeted companies to visit at the fair. Remember to conduct research on those companies and apply on their websites if they have jobs posted. Some companies coming to the career fair post jobs on Handshake also. To see any available jobs at a company, go to the Jobs tab, and in the Keywords section, type the company name. All current jobs will show up. Apply to the jobs before you go to the fair, so you can let the rep know you've done this already. Download the Career Fair Plus app to your device so you can have access to the fair map, information on attending companies, and access to updated information and announcements the day of the fair. Let's talk a little more about the fair and why companies attend. They are definitely looking for candidates for their co-op, intern, and full-time positions, but they also attend to increase their name recognition among students and to share information about their company and why students would want to work there. This is a good way for you to connect with companies who may be of interest to you now or in the future. Companies also want to learn about our degree programs and even interact with faculty to expand their interaction with RIT. They also like to make student contacts for future positions. So why should you attend the fair? Definitely to obtain leads on and interviews for co-op, intern, or full-time positions, but also to learn more about the companies, your field, and trends and developments within the industry. In talking with the company reps, you can get opinions and information on the topics you're studying and skills you're gaining as they relate to your field, and typical jobs at the company for someone with your major. You can also grow your professional network and make contacts for future employment, even contacts at different areas of the company with whom you can follow up. So even if you're not ready to look for a job, and even if you leave the fair without an interview, you can still collect information and contacts that will be valuable in your future job searches and career development. On the day of the fair, be sure to bring extra copies of your resume, a few copies of your unofficial transcript, your schedule the following day for interviews, and something to take notes on. A professional binder lets you keep everything organized and neat. When you arrive, you'll use your RIT ID to swipe in. No pre-registration is necessary. Make a good first impression by wearing professional attire and wear comfortable shoes, as there's a lot of ground to cover. Take time to survey the layout of the fair by using the map on the Career Fair Plus app and see where your selected companies are located. Prioritize who you want to see. Expect lines at the tables. Be patient and use the time to research the company or the next company on your list. You may want to gain confidence by approaching companies that are lower on your priority list first. Also, take a look at tables without lines. Are these companies that you can approach? Use your micro-pitch to introduce yourself and tie in your interest with the employer. Be ready to answer questions, maintain good eye contact, and be positive and professional. Get a business card or contact information so you can follow up after the fair. If a company would like to interview you the next day, they'll sign you up for a specific time. Be sure to write this down as we don't have a record. All career fair interviews take place in the Gordon Field House. Companies may call later to schedule appointments. Some are known to call as late as 10:30 p.m. to set up interview times. If they're not interviewing the next day, they'll let you know the next steps, or be sure to ask before you leave. Expect rejection and accept it gracefully. If it's not appropriate to question the recruiter, but thank them and move on to other companies. Also expect to be asked to apply online. This is a requirement before companies can move ahead with candidates. Try to do this in advance where you can and let the company know that you've done this. If the rep you're talking to works in a different area than you're interested in, still talk with them to make a positive connection with the company, but try to get contact info for a hiring manager or recruiter in the areas you want. Recent alumni at the booth can be a great source of information about what it's like to work at the company, which can be valuable even if they're not the best person to talk with about jobs specifically for you. Have your resume ready to hand over, and do not ask the recruiter what the company does. You want to research them in advance. Don't be afraid to approach companies who did not list math or statistics in their targeted majors. You can still gain valuable information about the company and make good contacts. Do your research ahead of time and tailor your micro-pitch to the skills and qualifications you have that will fit a need the company has, or an area in which you will fit within the company. If the person attending is not the right contact for your interests, Ask for contact information on a hiring manager or recruiter for your area so you can follow up after the fair. Follow-up is important after the fair. Email thank you notes to all the recruiters you spoke with, restating your interests and skills, and include another copy of your resume. Try to follow up with a phone call in about a week. Be sure to apply for any posted positions on Handshake or the company website and complete any other steps they recommended. Some companies attending the fair will stay the next day to conduct interviews. As we mentioned, all career fair interviews take place in the Gordon Field House. Wear professional attire, a suit is preferred. Make a careful note of all interview companies and times, as we do not have this information. Bring your schedule with you to the fair so you can schedule interviews that work for you. You can also search on Handshake for companies that are interviewing the next day. Some companies hold information sessions prior to the fair to meet informally with students. These are open to all students with no RSVP necessary, and you'll find information on Handshake under Events. This is a great way to connect with companies in a smaller, more informal setting. Our office offers workshops to help you prepare for the fair, some conducted by our employer partners. All of these are open to all students and are posted on Handshake. Remember, our employer mock interview program allows you to get feedback from an employer. We also hold resume reviews across campus prior to the fair. Another important career fair event is our National Labs Day, held this year on Tuesday, October 16th. The National Labs Day is an event held each fall. It brings together federally funded R&D centers to campus. The centers conduct research for the U.S. government and operate in the industries of defense, homeland security, energy, aviation, space, health and human services, and tax administration. The centers are grouped into three categories: System Engineering and Integration Centers, Study and Analysis Centers, Research and Development Centers. Students connect with lab representatives to learn more about opportunities for co-ops, internships, research, and full-time positions. The day includes presentations by lab representatives in the morning, followed by a career fair in the afternoon. Here's your assignment for this module, and it's due to the My Courses Dropbox by Thursday, September 27th.